Hi everybody, my name is Mtwana. So without further ado, let's get started. Listen, you FaceTime, make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the program. The link below, check how we do for the community. We have a giving back program helping especially homeless or people come from the disadvantaged history. So go and check what we do for the community, how we helping the homeless or people got nothing, just like how I was, especially homeless, because I'm a former homeless, just in case if you don't know. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So the link is below for more video like this, and also click the link below to see what we do for the community. My apologies, sorry. Now let's get started. So the first question right here, they say the demands in supply function for free range means so this is demand price for supply. So at equilibrium, they say where the price and the quantity of the equilibrium price. So the word equilibrium, anything to be at equilibrium means they must be equal. That means of equilibrium. See, for example, you see, for example, this is my sunglass, right? If you put this stuff like here, this is not equilibrium. You know why? Because it's laying on the left. This is falling because it's not equilibrium. But this right here, let me show you. I hope maybe you can see. See this right here? Oh, you gotta. So equilibrium, it has to be balanced. I'm sorry, I tried to do equilibrium thing, but it did not work right there. It must be on a balance, like not right on the left or right. It must be equilibrium on the balance. So now for that case, now we're gonna say, well, at equilibrium, price of demand, it must be equal to the price of supply. So I'm gonna say price of supply must be equal to price of demand. Price of supply, they get to us 50 minus 0.6 Q. So it's gonna be 650 minus 0.6 Q. And then we're gonna equate by price of supply, which equal to 20 plus 0.4 Q. So Q. All right. So now let's put them together. Q with a Q, number with a number. All right. So this is Q and these are Q. So let's put them one side. Okay. So I have a 50. Let's start with the number. This number come here. So it's going to be 50 minus 20 equal. Here on the right hand side, we have a 0.4 bara Q. Okay, let me get better pen. Q. And then look this. This is minus. But when it jump over this equal sign, it's going to become positive. Once anything jump the equal sign, the sign is going to change. So instead of saying negative, it's going to become positive 0.6 Q. So what we're going to do now then, put them together. Now, 50 minus 20 equal to 30. Now, 0.4 plus 0.6 is going to be 1.0 Q. You can use a calculator, 0.4. Okay, since this and these are Q, so just take 0.4 plus 0.6 because they are like 10. You only group together the like 10. So 1.0 Q, 30. So since I want to get the value of Q here, I just need Q alone. I don't need 0.1. But remember, between, whenever you have, let's say, 3x, the sign in between always multiplication. Okay? So since the 0.1.0 and the Q, the sign in between is multiplication. And when it's multiplication, to remove the 1, because you don't need this one, divide by 1.0 throughout, divided by 1.0. Because, and this concept, because I need only Q. So then on the right hand side, I'm going to have my Q. And on the left hand side, 30 divided 1.0. If you want to use, you can use calculator. But I don't need to use a calculator. So 30. So I can see here fraction. Let me just pull up my calculator a little bit. Fraction 30.0. Fraction. Oh my palm. I'm sorry. Okay. So we come here, we say 30. Fraction 30 divided by 1.0, which we know is going to be 30. But I want to show for my other beautiful family who don't know. It's 30. Hey, okay. So then the answer is 30. So, okay. So our Q, because remember this is a Q, so our Q equal to 30. Okay, so Q, let's write here on top. Q equal to 30. Right. So we want to get P. So if you want to get P, you can either substitute. Okay, let me just erase some here so we can have some space. Okay. It's enough space. So now If you want to get the P is easy. Remember, they are equal to equilibrium. P of S equal to P of Q. They are equal. So I'm going to take this 30 and replace in the position of Q here. So I'm going to say P at D, which remember is going to be the same as the P at S. So if I substitute here the value of Q, is going to give me PD, which is going to be the same as the Q. Let's see first. Okay. Okay. Let's read first. Leave this PS first. Let's deal with the PQ. So this is going to be 50 minus 0.6 is just 0.6. In the position of Q, I'm going to put my bracket and replace the value of Q. Instead of this Q, we're going to say our Q equal to, we say we got equal to 30. After plugging the calculator, it was 30, right? So in the Q, we're going to say 30. Now take a calculator, say 50 minus 0.6 times 30. Okay? And also, if you do want to substitute, you can also substitute here. You know why? Because at equilibrium, PQ equal to PS. PQ, so anyone is going to give us the same value of P. Or if I don't want to substitute that one, I'm going to say PS. I'm going to come and substitute in C later. 20 minus, no, it's plus 0.4 times Q. What is a Q? Q is equal to 30. So in the position of Q, we're going to say equal to 30. So this must give us same value there. Let's plug in the calculator. 50 minus 0.6 times 30. So 50 minus 0.6 bracket. You plug exactly times 30. Oh, 32. Oh my God. Okay. So 32, right? Let's start the next one. So the next one we say, the next one we say is what? 20 plus 0.4 times 30. 20 plus 0.4 bracket 30, which is our Q. I forgot the bracket. My God, how can I forget the bracket? Bracket 32. Oh yeah, 32. Did I get the same one also? Let's see. Did I do the okay? This is 32. Okay, let's see the face. So 32. Okay, did I get the same one for the other one? 50 minus 0.6. Because I forgot, to be honest. Bracket 32. Some memory loss issues. Wait. Is minus or 1? Let me see. 50 minus 0.6 times 30. Yes. Minus 0.6 times 30. Oh, no. We're not there. So my problem. Why did you make me say? Okay. 50 minus 0.6 times Q. Q is 30. Okay, let's see. 50 minus 0.6 times 30, not 32. Crazy me. Please, 30 times 30. What am I doing? Oh, so the same thing is 32. So the value of P is 32. So P equal to 32. So for that keep being say, we say value Q equal to 30 and P equal to 32. So which option here? P equal to 32. Yes, P equal to 32. So you got, and Q equal to 30 and Q equal to 30. This one is not true. It's like the flip. It's not true. It's not true. So the option 1 is the answer. Now let's go to the next question. So the next question, beautiful familiar. We say, I'm going to go quick a little because now you have an idea how we do this, huh? Now, so now we say for this one, okay, so now they give the function of quantity. Now they say the demand function of the commodity equal to Q equal to 8 minus 2.5 Q. And where P and Q, P we know is the price and Q we know is the quantity, respectively. Determine the price of the elasticity, price of electricity, whereby the price equals 20. Now, let me show you how you can get price of elasticity. Excuse me, so we got a little formula here. Price of electricity is like this. Elasticity of demand equal to dQ over dP. There's a 2 method, okay? Times P over Q. That's the first method. Also, I'm going to show you another method. Let me start with this method and I'll show you another method. Okay. So now we're going to say, now, all I need to get is dP over dQ. So to get dP over dQ, let me take what they gave to me is on the Q. When you differentiate Q, it's going to give you dQ. Equal. When you differentiate 80 is constant. When you differentiate, you get 0. So it's going to give us 0, so I don't have to write anything. Now we come here, negative 2.5p. Look, negative 2.5p. When you differentiate this and look, you differentiate say d over dp. So when you differentiate negative 2.5, you get negative 2.5 only. This p disappear because only power 1. But I'm going to show you another method, the easy method. You know what I'm thinking? There's another method. Maybe I should start with the other method. The other method for the beginner, it could be more easy. But hey, so you get to understand since you first time here before I do this method. Okay, you know I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm gonna be a friend right here. So let me start with the one for beginner and I'll come for this method. Okay. So the first method, before you go for that method, the first method always say P equal to A minus BQ. So I'm gonna take exactly this one and rewrite so it can be this form. Okay, look. I'll take this P to the left because when you take, you must take to the side. So negative 2.5 go to the left is gonna be 2.5. It's 2.5, yeah, 2.5 what P because I must start with a P. And then equal to here is going to be 80, just 80. And then I'll take this one over, it's going to become negative Q. You see, start to look like that. Means here must be P, but I'll be only P. So I don't need 2.5. So divided by 2.5, divided by 2.5, divided by 2.5. This and this cancel. So our P, I can write here, our P equal to 80 divided by 2.5. Let's plug in the calculator. 80 divided by 2.5 here. 80 divided by 2.5, 80, fraction 80 divide by 2.5. Oh, what did I do? I'm sorry. Please don't be angry at me, right? I'm just having some fun. 80, go to the bottom over 2.5. I didn't mean to do that. Please don't be mad at me. Like, oh, what is he doing right now? I'm upset with him. 32. So this is gonna be 32. When you divide this, it's gonna be 32. 30 divided by 2.5 is 32 minus. Now it's q over 2.5. Look like it's q over 2.5 is minus. So this let me say 1 over 2.5. It's like say negative 1 over 2.5. Oh, it's like negative 1 over 2.5 what? Q. Ooh, it doesn't want to write. It doesn't want to write. Okay, negative 1 over 2.5 Q. Stuff like this. I'm sorry about that. So instead of writing Q over negative, so I'll say negative what? 1 over 25 Q. So you see now it looked like this one right here. So I'm going to say P, just a P. E and A, 32 minus B. What is it B? B is like 1 over 25 and then what? Q. You see that look alike. So what does that mean? That means the value of A equal to 32. So I'm going to say A equal to 32. So A equal to 32. And B, look, negative B equal to 1 over 25. Okay, so why did you find it? Because we want to get the elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand equal to negative 1 over B. Oh, this is a formula memorized. 1 over B and then P over Q. That's all. So we have a negative 1 over B. What is our B? Our B we have is our B. Look, this is our B here. P, we have our P equal to 20 because they say when the price equal to 20. So the only thing we don't have is a Q. But we know the value of Q. What the value of Q? Look, okay, so I'm going to write this since we know everything. Look, check this one out. So B, we know what is a B? 1 over 25. P, we know what is P equal to 20. The problem is what is only Q. We can get the Q because Q equal to 80 minus 2.5 bracket P. Whenever there's a letter, you have to write the bracket. Okay? P. What is a P? P equal to 20. Plug in the calculator. 80 minus 2.5 times 20. 80. So we're going to come here, say 80. So you come 80 minus 2.5. 2.5. Oh my God, I'm sorry. So 80 is 80 minus 2.5. Ha 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 ha. 2.5 bracket 20. And this is gonna give us the value Q 30. Okay, so Q 30. What's our Q? Our Q equal to 30. So our Q equal to 30. So I know all the values here. I'm going to say the elasticity of demand equal to 1 over B. What is my B? My B equal to 1 over 25. 1 over 25, excuse me, times P. What is my P? P equal 20. And Q, we got it. What is the value of Q? We say Q equal to 30 after plugging the calculator 30. So what we left with, plug in the calculator, put in the calculator and get elasticity. Oh, I forgot it here. It must be negative here. Don't forget that negative. So let's plug in the calculator and get the final answer. Okay. 1 over 125. So we come here, we say, okay, fraction. Come into the fraction. Say 1, go to the bottom, go to the bottom. You do exactly, my beautiful family, right? Don't change nothing. 1 over 25. Plug here 25. Now you get serious now. It's about to get ugly. 25. Yeah. Go to the right. And then you multiply. And then fraction, 20. You get your 20. And you come here. You plug, you get your 30. You get your 30. And boom. Boom. 50 over 3. Whoo, 50 over 3. So 50 over 3, if you put in the calculator, it's going to be 1.66666. What do they do? 50 over 3, why say 16.666? It's like 16.66. Okay. My calculator is acting up, but I'm going to put it, so I'll just clear my calculator because my calculator was not clear. So I'm going to say more than 1. More than 1. Okay, everything's clear. Now let's see how it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to pull again, but I will know it's 20 over. It's a 20 over. Oh, God, no. Okay, no problem. So we're going to say negative 1. Sorry, because my calculator was acting up. But negative 1 over. Bracket. Excuse me, bracket. Fraction 1 over 25, 1. Come at the bottom, 25. I hope it's not going to put the funny things again, okay? Come, close the bracket to the right. Go to the right. Then multiply by 20, 20. 20. And then put your fraction, plug your 30. Get answer, okay? Negative, okay. So you know what I mean? When I say negative 16.6, that bracket's like 6 continue forever. Okay, so the answer is going to be negative. Okay, let me write the answer. Okay, so it's 20. Okay, so SD again. Yeah, you see, that's what I was saying. Negative 16.66666. Okay, negative 16.6666. Oh, so for that case, now we're going to say what E, elasticity of demand, negative 16.6666 all the way. But hey, if you come here to the option, because remember the options are here. These are options here. But now let me explain something. So we got elasticity of demand. Let me explain something. Elasticity of demand. It must be in absolute always. The final answer must be in absolute. So what is elasticity? Say you get what? Negative what? 1. Oh, negative 16. Is negative 16 or negative 1.6? Let's see again. The calculator, what did it say? Whoa. Oh, I think something must be wrong because in the option here is 1.7, 1.7. It's not 16. So maybe they will have plug here. Let's say 1 over 125 times 20 P over 30. Okay. I think the calculator is something wrong with it. Okay, let me plug with my manual calculator and see. Okay, so we're gonna say 1. I'm sorry, 1 over 1 over 25 is like say 25, and then over 1 over 1. My apologies, I want to confirm quick, okay? Over 30. So, but here in the option, there's no 30 here, right? Just 1.7. So maybe I made a mistake somewhere. Let me see where I make mistake. Okay. Okay, now let's see our mistake because it has to be 1.66, not 16. Okay, not 16, 1.66666. Okay, now let me see where I make mistake. Oh, I see. Let me show you my mistake so you can learn also, right? Now let's go. Let's come here. My mistake is okay. Oh, let me do very slow again to show you what mistake I made. Okay, slowly because I made a mistake here. I want to show you my mistake there. And I apologize. It's just a little number. You'll have plugged. And I'm sorry. Okay. So we say first and foremost, we want to get the value of what? We say our formula. Excuse me, sorry. It has to be P equal to A minus B Q. Okay, so we have to rearrange this equation there. So this P is going to come to the left. It's going to be 2.5 Q because it has to be 2.5 P. So means this must come here. It's going to be 2.5 P equal. Okay, here 80 just because this should check over, because if you look carefully, must start to the P equal 80, just say 80 minus this Q is gonna go over Q. But here we just need only P, so we're gonna divide it by 2.5, divide by 2.5, divide by 2.5. This and this cancel, so P equal 80 over 2.5, which we get to 32. We say 80 divide by 2.5, 32. So this equals 32 minus 1 divided by 2.5. 1 divided by 2.5 is 0.4. So this is going to be, if you take 1 divided by 2.5, it's going to be 0.4 Q. You can leave you can even say 1 over 25. So now we're going to say now, you can even leave the same 1 over 25. So now we're going to say here, this same is say, look, PP equal to A, just A, minus B, and Q. So what the value of A? Our A equal to 32, and our B, look, negative, just a negative. Our B equal to 0.4, or you can say 1 over, okay, 0.4, you can say 1 over 25, which is 1 over 25. Negative and negative, they cancel, 1 over 25, or you can say 0.4. So for that case, now we're going to substitute in elasticity of demand equal to negative 1 over B, 1 over B times P over Q. So then let me just make some space, and I'm sort of for everything solution is correct, but it's just a number made a mistake. Okay, so now we're going to say elasticity of demand equal to negative 1 over B. What is our B? We know our B. Our B equal to 0.4 or 1 over 25. Let's plug the same one, 1 over 25 times. Our P, what is our P? Our P equal 20 over our Q. We don't know Q. So to get Q now, I'm going to have to raise here and substitute the value. Since we know our P equal to 20, now we're going to say our Q here equal 80 is 80 minus 2.5 times P. What is our P? P equal to 20. So plug in the calculator, that one, and see the answer. So it's 80 minus 2.5 bracket 20. I'm plugging the calculator here, right? 30. So then our Q equal to 30, which is the same how I did 30. Now, I'm going to use my hands calculator. Okay, negative 1, come here, bracket, 0.4, yeah, times bracket 20 over 10. Sorry. Yes, so the mistake I did, this has to give you, I think the problem is the calculator. I have to change the calculator. See, if you put 0.4 here, which is the same as the 1 over 25. 1 over 25, okay. 0.4. Look, let's see, look. 1, you see, negative 1.6666, okay. But even the previous one, it has to be the same. I don't understand why you want to add up. Okay, let's come here and put the same one, okay. Okay, let's put fraction again. It was 1 over 25. I believe 25, yeah, 1 over 25. Let's see. It has to give it the same. Oh, so it has to be decimal. I think the problem is the calculator. I'm sorry. Maybe the hard plug. So rather put in decimal, right? Yo, 1 over. Remember, there's a negative here, right? Don't forget your negative. 0.4. 0.4. What a negative. Okay, 0.4. And this is going to give us all. Okay. 1.6666 is 1.66. Okay, cool. So for that case now, the answer is going to be 1.6666. So I can say the answer is going to be okay. We can erase everything because we know how we go down. And I'm sorry to redo the question again because I just want to make sure. But everything with the same method, okay? So our answer is going to be equal to 1.666 negative 6. So this let me say negative 1.7. Remember here, elasticity of demand equal to 1.7. But your final answer for elasticity, you must find the absolute. And I'll tell you why we have to do it. What we have to do it. So we're going to say now, elasticity of demand, you must find the absolute. And then it's absolute of 1.7. You must put absolute. But anything comes out of absolute must be positive. For example, if somebody gives negative 3 absolute, they say positive 3. Means the absolute remove the sign. But if it was absolute of 5 positive, means it's already positive, so it's always going to be positive. But n is always the answer to be 5. But if it's negative, it must become out as a positive. So for that case, now we're going to say elasticity of demand. If you plug this in, absolute is going to be 1.7 and not. If the elasticity of demand, if is greater than 1, you see here, you say if it's greater than 1 is what is elastic. If it's less than 1, we call what inelastic. If it's equal to 1, we say what unit elastic. Or you cannot determine. So since the elasticity of demand is greater than 1, because 1.7 is greater than 1, then the elasticity is what is elastic. But if it was less than 1, then we'll say is inelastic. So it's optional, baby. Now let's go for the last question. Oh, let's do the last question, babe. Let's do the last question, babe. Yeah. So the last question is the same question. But with this last question, I think there was a mistake, but I'm going to tell you how. In the option, in the answer, it's option. Let me say face how many minutes, because sometimes I don't want to spend a lot of time with the one question. No, I think time is enough. I don't want to make a long question. Thanks a lot. Watch another video for this question. Thank you. Peace. Yeah. Check the link below. You see how we do for the homeless and the community. We have a giving back program, helping people who are vulnerable so they can stand on their own 2 feet, especially homeless and people disadvantaged. Just like how I was. I'm a former homeless, baby. I'm a homeless baby. That's what I can say. Peace, and I'm gonna see you soon.